tip. It's the return of the ancient ones. Amun-Ra.
In your face, and it's like unapologetically him. Like he is just who he is, and I love him for it. He ain't trying to change. It's like this is about the people. This is about everything. So without further ado, y'all give it up for a very good friend of mine, one of my comrades. Y'all give it up for Amun-Ra.
Well, be careful on those stairs, man. They took the rail off.
Amun, one of our vets. So once again, another one of my comrades, and this young lady, I've seen her grow.
I got the, you want to switch with me?
Test one. Can you hear me? It is?
Yeah, it's good. I wanted to ask you the same question as Cassie. You know, when it comes time to put visuals to represent the words that you're saying, what are your priorities there?
First and foremost, it's about enlightening people, waking people up, specifically people of color, for the simple fact that we're the originals on the planet and we've been lied to the most. We went through most trauma on this planet, so I'm basically here to help reawaken us and give us our true culture, true spirituality, true way of life. We've been robbed of that for about 400, 500 years. We're going through an awakening period right now called the information age, the Aquarius age, and I'm here to help usher that in with positive energy. I was a film major at Clark University. I've loved film since I was young. My dad used to take me to the movies since I can remember. One of the first movies I can remember was Star Wars, so it's telling you how old I am, you know what I'm saying, in the 70s, yo. But that caused me to analyze films and to really study what was going on with it, because the power elite uses media to program and to miseducate. So I chose to take the same tools to educate and bring forth conscious information to awaken the masses. Everybody can learn from what I'm talking about, but like I said, specifically for people of color, because the planet can't heal until people of color heal first, being that we are the originals. So that's my purpose on the planet, to help awaken us and all others. So basically, that's what it is, man. Yo.
I want some applause for that.
Everybody can feel it, but it's not for everybody either. You know what I'm saying? It's like for those that can feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I was in school, my core class, my film professor, she told us, she said that I wanted to be a news anchor. Can you imagine that? I mean,
yeah.
News anchor, right? That's what I wanted to do. But my professor stated, she said, yo, they're not concerned with the truth. They're more concerned with sensationalism. And that's when I lost, like, what? Oh no, I don't want to do this. So I dropped out and pursued my music, and I started my film company, Pure Engine Transmissions, and my mission was to promote positive, conscious, African-American, pro-black, melanin information. So that's why I'm here on the planet right now. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Simple.
And what I love about this, Amun-Ra,
You know, I'm the thing is, I am Cedric Huff.
Okay.
Huff's Barbershop,
Right.
Fish Shack.
There you go.
My mom's in the building too. What's up, Monica Huff? Yeah, Cedric is cool, you know.
So we're looking at this as being storytellers and looking at this as being film. Is watching your videos on a big screen with an audience different? Did it change anything for you in terms of how you see the work?
Yeah, it was amazing for me because I've never seen it on a big screen. You know, I always envisioned that, but I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I give thanks for that. Appreciate that.
Cassie, what about you? Just like.
It kind of goes back to the conversation. We had an off-the-record conversation about your opinion on we should start thinking more cinematically when it comes to our music, and I want to do that. So when I was watching Miss America back on the big screen, I'm glad that it was cropped in a social media way, because it was made for social media specifically, but it brings you to the now, and then all of the imagery takes you on a trip through different time periods, and we're still experiencing the same thing. So seeing that on this big screen, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to expand on that, because when I think of Miss America, I think of Miss America as a stage production. I was in drama all 4 years of high school. I'm very much so a theater kid, and I love cinema, and I want to get back into acting. So it was just, I give thanks to this moment to see that, so I can continue to manifest that moving forward.
Yeah. Now, I know the audience wants to hear some behind the scenes about this back to pyramids. Y'all want to hear some behind the scenes stories about that? I want to know about that, how you did that, because I'm sitting there watching that video, and I've seen it a lot of times. You know I'm a big fan. And I'm just thinking about, you're taking a big trip. That's a moment. That's, it's not cheap. But while you're there, you're thinking like so many steps ahead to create this film while you're there. So anything you want to tell the audience about how you did that?
It was always a dream for me to go to Kemet. Well, Egypt was known as Kemet to the ancients. Since I was young, I was always into ancient Egyptian information. But my wife and I, we went solo without any groups. We just went off the fly. We don't speak Arabic. We went, and I went specifically to film the video. It was a dream come true. I was able to meditate in the Great Pyramid inside the sarcophagus within the King's Chamber. And that's a whole other story. I can't share that. That was just for me, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
It changed my life, man, you know what I'm saying? And I'm taking my daughters. My daughters are Sekhmet, Mayat, Ray, and Tefnet, Ray, ancient Kemetic names. So I got to take them there so they can, feel that energy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was truly great. Great.
So, Cassie, I hope you don't mind me telling people, damn, Amun-Ra.
Man, it's so
You
good.
can answer this one first. Going forward now, seeing your work presented as film on the big screen instead of being watched on a phone or on a computer or on Roku or something like that, is it giving you thoughts about where you want to take the next video that you make?
Yes, as I stated, I was a film major, so I've always wanted to do a movie. I'm probably going to take it to like short films and just continue what I'm doing, to continue expanding and teaching. You know what I'm saying? Get the information across.
Yeah.
By any means necessary.
Well, I know a guy that can maybe help. I'm just saying. And I know a film festival that would probably want to show.
Okay, don't forget that. It's speaking of itself, right?
I mean,
I've been waiting. We talked about this, so whenever you're ready, I am ready.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if they think I do a good job, then they'll have me back next year.
You do a great job.
So, it's a great job. As long as I do okay.
Let's do it.
Bunch of Cassie. Don't give away too much, but I know you have a vision because you and I already talked about this a little bit.
I'm actually gonna give away it all because I
We
feel
can plug the new
like,
album first.
because there's people in this room who can help me. So picture this: Chicago, but Miss America. So if you haven't listened to Inherited yet, you're gonna listen to it after this performance, I hope, and you're gonna hear kind of where I want to go with it. But I see Mr. Cellophane. I see the Morton Theater, honestly. Like, I have on the cover of the project, the Georgia Theater, but when I'm thinking of the story behind it, I'm seeing the stage look more like this with the bright lights. I want to put a stage play that is reminiscent of Chicago with all the storyline, with the dancing and choreography. I want to do that. That is my next goal. Like, you might see things that are before that just to promote and get to that space, but my ultimate goal is to have that type of piece that is centered around Miss America, that features other songs and that features other people and the whole shebang.
Yeah, now I think everybody here will want to see that. Yeah. So see, now that's the thing, I was kind of setting you up, so now that you told everybody, now you gotta do it.
Yeah.
Hey, Ann, you want to come take my chair, man? We got Ann the Ripper out here. Ann made a couple of videos that's in the show, too. Come on, man. Okay. Ann the Ripper, everybody.
How y'all doing now?
All right, Ann. So, I'm going to catch you up. We've been talking visuals. What is that like, and do you feel any pressure to do right by the artist when you're making that?
Oh, definitely I feel a lot of pressure because I wanted to be perfect, like a mini perfectionist. I wouldn't say I take it all the way to that extent, but I care about hip hop as a whole, or rap as a whole, entertainment as a whole, and I want the visuals to represent the words. So it's definitely a task with editing and effects, but I've gotten better and I've now learned to take some out. So, it's a work in progress. But day by day, we're getting a little better.
Yeah, so I want to hear about that first one, though. All right, so this is the part of the show where I get to pick the brains a little bit. And I want to ask my favorite perfectionist first, Amun-Ra. For folks that are just starting out with video, Do you think they should just go film a bunch of stuff with their phone, cut it together, and put it on YouTube? Or what advice could you give to them about putting some thought into it?
Just do what you feel, whatever you're working with. Start out with, if you have a phone, start like that. So believe it or not, the video I shot in Jamaica, I did that with my I-16. And so you can't tell the difference. So yeah, you can just start out with what you have, and then move forward when you can. Just put it out there. Just make sure it's clean and it looks professional. That's what I would say. Make sure it's professional. Right, sideways. Yeah, so you get the movie screen, the wide view. The wide view, yeah.
Same question.
Just do it. Like, don't think about it too much, honestly, because when you put it out, it might be what people deem as the final version, but it's really not the final version. Miss America, that song came out 2019, I think. And now you're hearing it in this form. It didn't sound like that originally. I learned from putting things out. I learned from feedback. I learned from my own feedback because I'm my toughest critic. I learned from my performances. So do the thing and allow people to critique it, allow people to see it, allow yourself to critique it. And if you don't like that version of it, do it again.
Woo!
There's some people that say there's no point in making a music video now. Because, MTV's gone, all of that stuff. So we're living in a new era. Even though, I don't know if y'all noticed, when I put that program together, I found the old font that MTV used. I put that in the corner. I don't know if anybody, is my age, but I took a little pride in doing that right there. Just for me, it looked cool. But yeah, so I wanted to know, and this is for everybody, what would you say to that in terms of a creative person thinking, I'm just going to be about the music. I'm not even worried about the visual part. I'll get a photo of me, whatever, and maybe we'll do selfie and do some vertical videos of me talking or whatever, promoting my stuff. Is music video very important to you, and if so, why?
Yeah, it's very important, man. People are visual beings, so when you put the vision to the music, it becomes alive. You really can feel it. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's very important to your craft. If you don't do it, you're gonna get less followers or less fans because they can't really see or feel who you are. When they see you on film, they kind of got a sense of who you are. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important.
Everybody's right. It doesn't matter to a certain extent, and it's because we didn't know what The Weeknd looked like for a very long time, and we still love the music. So if your music is good, people are gonna deal with it. At the end of the day, you gotta like it. Like, I don't make videos for anybody else anyway. I don't make music for anyone else but me. So if I want to make a music video for it, then I'm gonna make that music video for myself so I can go watch it later. Like, really, the whole Inherited album is out because I recorded that music in 2023, and I was tired of just having to go to Dropbox to listen to it. I was like, I need to just put this on Apple Music so I can listen to this in the car. And then, everybody else enjoys it, and I hope that everybody else finds their, song and things like that. But for the most part, I do what I do for me because if I didn't do it, then I wouldn't be me. If I didn't say the things that I say, then I would be not myself. I would be going through, gray days or something.
Yeah, same question.
I say, especially with music and catalogs and numbers nowadays, I think it does take an effect. Personally, I'm a person that doesn't like to leave anything on the table. Give me the whole sandwich. I'm a grandma's baby. If you're a grandma, baby, she made sure you clean the plate.
That's why I'm in the situation I'm in now.
Yeah, so
The first was Mask, huh? The group, the first album you did?
Oh, wow, you took me way back. The first album?
Yes.
That was when me and my man Tarek Camp, he's from Athens as well. That was back in 98. It was a green tape. I had moved back from Detroit, and I left. I had got a record deal in Detroit, indie deal. I was up there for 2 years shopping it, doing our thing. And he said, "Yo, I'm ready to record. Come back and let's do it." It took us about 3 months. I had the lyrics already. He just had to craft the beats, man. Yo, you took me way back, man. I had to think, man. It's coming. Yeah, I give thanks, bro. About 3 months though. Thank you, man. I was born in 72. I think hip hop was conceived in 71, so it's always been in my blood. When I first heard the Sugar Hill Gang, my dad had the 12-inch, and I fell in love with it. At the age of 12, my parents bought me a set of turntables, a mixer, a mic, and I started as a DJ. From that point, I evolved. I began DJing, and I started beatboxing for a lot of crews around town. But I was listening to them, I was like, I think I can do it better than them. So I just started rhyming. My first song was, I did a parody of Run DMC's My Adidas. I called it My Cat Heads, right? The radio station for University of Georgia, 90.5, they had hip hop night. And I got the tape up to the DJ, and he played it, and it was in rotation for about a year. So when I went to school, the first time they played it in middle school, everybody was like, so it was it for me. I was like, yo, this is what I'm gonna do, I love it. It's like my religion, I fell in love with it, and yeah, that's what it is, man. I listen to all types of music though. My parents always played all types of music, but hip hop is my core. East Coast conscious hip hop, that late 80s, mid 90s, that's all I listen to. That's it. It drives me, you know what I'm saying?
I think hip hop chose me in a sense because I just started off as a writer, and I started off with poetry, and really before poetry I started off with short stories. So the first rap I consider myself making was in 4th grade when I got sent to timeout, and the teacher was like, in our timeout we have to do something. So I wrote a poem, and she loved the poem so much, and she made me perform it for my classmates, and that was my first ever performance. Shout out to File Drop. And I've been rapping ever since, but I like all music, so even when I try to do other things, like this is a jazz album, but it's definitely hip hop, but hip hop is really whatever, I personally, we can get the argument about what hip hop actually is, but for me, I think hip hop is whatever Black people want it to be. Like whatever we create is hip hop because it's our culture. Hip hop is more than just music. So whatever I dabble in is always gonna have hip hop in it, no matter what I try to do.
Same. I probably started listening to the radio at about 5. Started writing poetry at about 8. Come from a family of music. My grandma played the guitar. I started here in Athens in a band, so it was like a rock / hip hop electronic group.
Wild card.
Yeah, so it was all right, and I just felt like I wanted to be more free. I felt like the other genres put me in a box, so to speak. And when I really started writing hip hop, I was like, hey, I can be as free as I want to be here in this pocket. So I kind of just gravitated towards it and kept pushing,
And for those that don't know, hip hop is an acronym. The higher infinite power, healing our people. That's what hip hop truly is. FYI.
Hi, I'm Charlie. My question, what fuels your creativity? And it's for everyone, question for everyone. What fuels your creativity or kind of helps you get into that creative space?
For me, it's just enlightening and waking my people up. That's my only mission on the planet, to awaken our people to, like I stated, our true culture, true spirituality, our true purpose on the planet. That's it, point blank.
Charlie, you know me. I got some shit to say. That's why I make music. I got some shit to say. I don't know if it's kids in here, but y'all know what I'm supposed to say. Listen, I make music because I cannot hold it in. If I feel some type of way, like literally grieving is music is one of my outlets for grieving, and a lot of my songs are made in that sense, whether it's a loss of a person. Like I said, Miss America was made after George Floyd, and we had lost so much leading up to that moment. So I just had stuff to say.
For me, it's inspiration, being creative. Like I said, I like writing. It's just the element that I'm in. I can't help it. It's like an itch or an itch that you can't get away. For most of artists, I'll say it's just a direct instinct that we have when we hear a beat or sounds. There's not one way to put it, you know. There's multiple.
Again, strictly late 80s, mid 90s. So I got Wu-Tang, Gangstar, EPMD, De La Soul, Redman, Keith Murray, X-Clan, Public Enemy, Dead Prez. Anybody conscious and dropping some knowledge, that's what I listen to. And my music, of course. That's the only thing I really can tolerate.
Of those words changed as you've gotten older? Did the meaning of the songs, what they meant at that time, as you've gotten older, has your thought process changed from what it originally meant then and what those words may mean to you now?
It hasn't changed to me. I'm like on a laser focus because I'm on a mission. So anything I create is going to be some information to enlighten people of color. That's it.
I would say yes and no. And yes, it's changed because I'm not gonna lie, like some of the music I got out, I just been talking. Like I wasn't really talking about nothing. But some of the songs that I created from years ago, they still hit. And the project Inherited, I always go back to it because it's really like a dream fulfilled because it's a lot of old songs made new. And so when I'm singing it in their jazz forms, I feel like I feel the lyrics a little bit more because some songs were before their time.
Can each of you talk a little bit about the Athens hip-hop scene as it is now and how it was when you first started out? Because we definitely have different representation up there. So I'd love to hear maybe some stories, some janky stuff that might have gone on, or how things are now versus last time.
She asked me for the tea.
I like the tea.
I'll go first, just because look, with anything you do, there's going to be problems and disagreements, okay? But for the most part, from what I've seen in this scene, we've actually grew a lot more than people think. Now, we don't go home every day and text every artist and say, hey man, good job on your album. But collectively, I think we're a good group of artists, and people, when we do come together, it's special. You know, that's what Athens hip hop is about. Like jelly. Like I don't have to be as conscious as any other rapper, but I still got rappers that are conscious that are going to pay attention because we're a part of the same family, from the same foundational brick, if that makes sense.
I just want to say, I look up to Andrew River. Like, not saying like he that much older than me, but he was in a different place when I was up and coming. Like Wildcard was everywhere. It's really hard to describe what the band he was in is like today, but just know that they were a big deal. We had an artist coming to Athens that was like a mainstream artist. Wildcard would be opening up the show. So when I look at Edgar Ripper and Wildcard, like as a young teenage Cassie, I was Hollywood then.
Still had the bars though, don't let it fool you.
You know, this is what I wanted to achieve. And I think that Athens hip hop scene doesn't get a lot of the praise that it deserves because we look off to Atlanta and we're like, oh, this shiny thing, and Atlanta is Black Hollywood, and they just do things a different way. But as someone who lived in Atlanta for 10 years and spent a lot of time on the circuit up there, and then a lot of time on the circuit here, what I learned from my journey in Athens is what stuck with me the most in music and in life and in business in general. And the way that we conduct business here is really more professional, and it gets you ready for whatever's next for you. From being on a stage that Montu curated, to winning a big Chestnut Songwriter of the Year award, opening up for Cindy from the B-52s, like I would have never gotten that experience anywhere else. So it's very unique here, and it's a hidden secret, I would say.
Well, as a pioneer of Athens hip hop, I'm probably one of the first ones to do it. There was no venues for us. They didn't even want us downtown, period, right? So it was tough. We only could really do like talent shows or little house parties. When I left in 90 to attend college, and I moved to Detroit. And I moved back in 98. it started to bubble. That's when I met Montu. It was bubbling. Became a little more mainstream. It still was kind of that. They didn't really want us downtown. So to see it now, it's great to see because it's like a gumbo now. You get everything here. It's a good place to practice it, to go out to the world. But it's still a lot of work I think needs to be done. To me, it's not enough positive, conscious music. But that's me because what my mission is. So, yeah, I guess that's what I can say. It's growing. It's growing.
I'd like to add to that. Shout out to Montu for, the foundation and giving us these opportunities. Without Montu, there's not a lot possible, okay? Because I doubt if I can write the music, shoot the video, set the show up, make sure everybody's there. Shout out to people like Andrew as well that get in the blogs and the papers and, give us a voice outside of having one when the music is cycling. We had greats before us. Amun-Ra, Elite the Showstopper, Dirty Ken, there's a lot of history that comes from this small town, and I like to think of Athens, the music scene as dynamite, in a situation where I feel like if there was a battle between a couple of these states, I gotta select a 10 that both of these guys are on, and we'll rock the house. And we built that foundation after people that came here, like the greats that came. So, man, make a shout out to all the ones who started.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, y'all. So, y'all know we have live performances after this started. Before I was a writer for anything, I started as a fan, so I really appreciate not only what y'all do, but the fact that y'all had enough confidence in me to be like, okay, Andrew asked us to do this, we can do this. So thank you. I'd like to hear some applause for our folks before we get started.